A story coming out of Spain tonight suggests that Real Madrid are about to make a £43 million offer this week for Ibrahima Konate. Now, I have to say, folks, I don't know whether Liverpool can get Konate to stay or not. I'd love him to, but if we can't, bite their hand off if that offer comes. You know, if Ibu doesn't want to renew at Liverpool and he wants to move to Madrid, if that is true, and I would say take that with a big pinch of salt because it comes from Ficajes, but if indeed this is true, I think Liverpool should bite their hand off for that £43 million because, you know, it's fair. Let's be frank about this. £43 million with a year to go would be fair. I would take that money. Only if he makes it clear he doesn't want to renew, because still priority will be for him to renew. But if he wants to go, for me, take that £43 million and run. Don't debate it. Don't go back and forth with them. Take the money and sell him. That's what I'd say. 43 is so cheap. No, it's not. He's got 1 year to go in his contract. 43 is more than fair. For me, in my opinion, 43 is more than fair. But again, don't take it as a given. It's a report coming out of Spain. Let's wait and see what happens. Liverpool may look at it and think it doesn't matter what the offer is. If they don't think they can get an able replacement for Konate, maybe Liverpool think they need a year to figure it out. And again, I could understand that as much as I would respectfully disagree with that stance. Should we be taking that offer? If that offer is true, should we be taking it? I asked it in the Anfield Agenda WhatsApp channel earlier on. Let me just check in on it. Actually, I can tell you what way they're voting at this moment in time. So far, it's very, 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 very one-sided to yes. If the money comes in, Liverpool should take it. So let's ask in here and see if we get a similar answer. Richie said, I think he's worth more. Even with 1 year left on his contract, Richie, I think 43 million with 1 year to go is a fair price to me. I think if he had 3 years left on his contract, I'd probably value Konate at about 60. But it's certainly a far more interesting conversation than the 17 to 21 million pound that was being spoken about as a potential offer from Real Madrid, which was laughable. Krieger said, if Real Madrid is offering 40 plus million for Konate, take the money and go for Mark Gay. Here's what I would say, Fernando. If that is true, and I would say take it with a big pinch of salt, because it seems very un-Real Madrid that they splash around what would be a decent offer. If it's true, I'd say take it and go buy Mark Gay and buy Joel Haddo. That's what I'd say. Or go buy Mark Gay and go buy the kid from Parma, the centre-back. But either way, for me, if Konate wants to move and there's no chance of an agreement with him on a new deal, if that offer comes in, I'd take it and then I go buy a young centre-back and then a centre-back like Mark Gay for the here and now. And again, still have Joe Gomez there for the season as well. Are you worried we won't be able to replace Konate with a better player? I like Gay and don't want to keep Konate if he wants to leave, but still think it's difficult to replace with someone better. So Joy, I'll be honest with you. I kind of have a bit of my hopes pinned on Joe Gomez staying fit to provide cover if the centre-back that we bring in, let's say, like a Mark Gay, takes a minute or two to settle in. I think that could be the important key to unlock us getting out of jail on this one. But I keep coming back to this as well. The club sold Kwanzaa, so the club must have a plan. They wouldn't have sold Joel Kwanzaa if they thought there was any chance that we'd be caught off guard here. So I can only assume that we have a plan. Now, we don't know what Liverpool want to do about Ibrahima Konate. Liverpool might look at the £43 million offer from Madrid and think, well, no, it doesn't matter to us what the offer is. We don't think we can replace Konate. And at that point, we can't rule out the idea that they might let him run down his deal. I think it would be a silly thing to do personally, but we don't know what's happening there. But you can already get a little taste of the Madrid media pull and the Madrid shenanigans that we're going to have to sit through again if this drags on. Matthew said, if Ibu wanted PSG, I'd understand. He's Parisian, they pay well, and they won the Champions League. But what's the appeal of this current Madrid team? We literally beat them. I despise them so much. Look, there are always going to be a subset of players who love the idea of going to play for Real Madrid. I wouldn't have ever been in that subset myself. I just despise them. But I can't speak for other people. I can't speak for Ibu. You know, they are a big club in a cosmopolitan city with a shiny new stadium, and obviously they have appeal. Jason Curry said, "We're stupid if we don't take that from Madrid. They never offer that money, so let's get Rodrigo." Again, we have to take it with a pinch of salt because it's coming from Fikahe, so I would say defo take it with a pinch of salt, but it's an interesting one. If it is true, I would say take the money myself.